Yo, what's up everybody? It's Kenny Lamons here with Medicare Millennials. Today's video I'm really excited about. If you like free training and you like free advice from somebody who's been there, then today is the video for you, okay? This applies to really all lines of insurance, but it's really helpful for Medicare agents and maybe even most particularly people who sell a lot of Medicare Advantage plans. Whether you're a brand new agent or if you're an existing agent that is sick and tired of seeing their Medicare Advantage book shrink, here are some of the best tips that I've found from cold hard experience, unfortunately, of losing a lot of business that really help us protect our book of business, build a strong book of business, and minimize retention issues. Really help us keep those policies on the books, which is the ultimate goal for all of us here, right? All right, guys. So you guys know where to reach us. You can reach us at MedicareMillennials.com. Send us questions, or if you're interested in contracting with us, you're interested in getting really hands-on training with us, or if you just maybe want to buy one of our training courses, MedicareMillennials.com. And please give us a follow on Instagram. It's just Medicare Millennials. Let's jump into it, guys, because this is a super important topic. We're not here like Final Expense just to make it through 9 months. Okay, that doesn't do us much good in Medicare. We're trying to make it through 9 years, right? We want to get paid and paid and paid, and we can only do that by being wise upfront, protecting our book of business, gaining good customers. Here's some of the main tips and takeaways for you to be able to do that successfully. Okay, this one is so important. It is learning how to identify super switchers, okay? So what's a super switcher? It's exactly what it sounds like. It is the type of customer, client, whatever you want to call them, that repeatedly switches their plans. Just constantly, the next person that calls, the next person that knocks at their door, first time they're upset, they switch, okay? So when I started out in the insurance business, it was mostly focused on final expense. And I learned pretty quick that maybe they're not super switchers, but they're super cancelers. Like the moment you kind of learn how to identify people who aren't serious about buying their life insurance, the moment something comes up, it's the first thing to go. And you really want to avoid that, right? In final expense, we don't want chargebacks. It's kind of the same thing with super switchers on the Medicare side, specifically Medicare Advantage. So here are kind of ways that you can know that. If somebody pulls out their wallet when you ask for their card and they have 4 or 5 different cards from 2, 3, or 4 different insurance carriers, it's automatically a bad sign, okay? Sometimes a customer will let you log in with them on their Medicare.gov, or you can help them create an account if you have your computer there with you and they want to do that. And actually on Medicare.gov, you can view their plans and you can see their history of what their different plans were. So if you're able, maybe they don't have their card and they're not sure of what plan they're on, and they want you to help them log into their Medicare.gov profile. When you do that, you can see which plan they're on, but it also just lists all the plans they've had in the past. And if you were to see that they had a million different plans, that's not a good sign. If they don't have a good reason to even be talking to you, like normally when I gain a new customer, I want to be solving a problem. I want to be a problem solver so that they have some loyalty to me. They've got skin in the game. I brought value to them. If they're just switching laterally and they just don't seem to really even care, like, whatever, go ahead, that plan sounds good, that's not a good sign either. So some of this is intuition and just experience, but knowing and identifying a super switcher. And then you have to make a choice. Let's say they're a nice person, but every sign points to their super switcher. You may write that business. A lot of times I walk away from it if they're not showing me commitment. But if you do write it, just kind of think to yourself, they might be gone in a month and I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time chasing them. I'm not going to go try out if they call me, I'm not going to keep going back out to keep trying to find SEPs to switch them back to the plan that works. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. The same is true with customers. I don't care if you sell 20 policies a month instead of 40 If it means that those 20 that you sold were solid, loyal clients that were really interested in you being their agent and you were really solving problems for them. A lot of people don't like to hear that because it's all about volume to them, and volume's great. But if there's no quality there and you're just selling all super switchers, good luck keeping a good book of business. You can drive yourself crazy. All right, moving right along. That one's just kind of near and dear to my heart because it's very frustrating, as you experienced agents know. Number 2 is so how often should you contact these people? I'll make this really brief. There's a lot of different theories out there. Here's what I do. The day after I enroll somebody, I call them. I just tell them, hey, this is Kenny, your Medicare agent. How are you today? Here's where we're at. It's going to take a couple days for everything to process. Your job, your only homework is to call me when you get your packet from XYZ carrier. Can you do that, Miss Smith? Awesome. I can't wait to talk to you. And then I'm going to make a little note in my new business spreadsheet that if I haven't heard from them within 10 days, I'll call them again. Okay. But hopefully they call you some 5, 6, 7 days later. When they call you or you call them back and they now have their card in their packet, we're going to verify that the doctor on the card looks correct. We're going to verify the plan name is correct. We're going to remind them why they chose this plan, and we're going to help them set up one of their ancillary benefits. So if it's really important for them to go get some cleanings done, we're going to help them find a local dentist. If they really love the OTC card, we are going to help them find their catalog and how to place an order to make use of their OTC benefits. Okay. If they really want that gym membership with Silver Sneakers, we're going to get on that Silver Sneakers website, help them find a local gym that they can make use of. Okay. So that's the day after. Once they get their packet, and then at that time, we're going to remind them why we did it and help them get in a benefit. And then from there, I just do every 90 days plus birthdays. Okay, pretty simple. At this point, my book has grown large enough until I get like a full-time CSR, customer service rep. I can't call every single customer every 90 days, but I do at minimum send a personalized postcard every 90 days. That's really easy. You can do that on Vistaprint. All you gotta do is upload a CSV or an Excel spreadsheet of your customers, create a template, make sure you put a picture of yourself on there just to keep in touch. This is huge because it reminds them to call you if they have an issue or a question. Okay, so that one's really big. Here's the third thing. When you're identifying a plan for a customer, whether they're new to Medicare or if they're just unhappy with their plan, customers love ancillary benefits. I get it. Additional benefits, extra benefits. That's great. That's all great. But if you really want a customer to stick around, the 2 things that you have to make sure work every single time is their prescription drugs and their doctors and the providers that they want to see. I don't care if one plan has double the dental coverage, but they can't go see their cardiologist 2 months after you put them on that plan. You're done. You're dead in the water. Or if 4 of their medicines are not on formulary, you're dead in the water. It doesn't matter that they got $10 more per quarter on these over-the-counter benefits if they can't see all the doctors they need to see and if their prescriptions aren't covered at an affordable cost. So remember, ancillary benefits are great, but the core of the plan is for them to get out there and get the medical care they need from the providers they need it from and to go to the pharmacy they need to get the medicines they need it from. That's the core of the plan, and it's what's going to help your business stick on the books. The third thing is when you go from one Medicare Advantage plan to another, the old carrier gets their notification that the customer is switching and sends out a cancellation letter. And sometimes that scares customers because it just confuses them. They just panic when they see canceled, my Medicare coverage is canceled. So remind them while you're there, hey, listen, we're going from this Humana plan that's not working out for you to this United Healthcare plan that you think is going to work better for you. Whenever you don't have to call and cancel Humana, they'll automatically be notified that you're moving to a new plan. So they're going to mail you a letter letting you know that you're disenrolled from that. But don't worry, that coverage will remain in place until this date. And immediately at midnight that night, your new coverage takes effect, so don't panic. That's a big one. I've lost customers simply because our seniors know how important their health care is and they panic about that. So forewarn them. I think this is number 5 here. Warn your customers about flamboyant advertising, too good to be too true promises, and like some of those arm twisting call centers. I tell my customers, listen, you obviously get a million phone calls a day. You see a billion advertisements promising you the world. But what did I do today? I sat down with you. I walked through all of these programs that you might qualify for. We looked through all of your benefits to make sure we found the one that fits the very best for you. And I assure you that sometimes what you see out there that's advertised is too good to be true, okay? Because if you could get something much better than what we talked about today, don't you think I'd want to do that for you? Of course I would. I want to be your agent forever. So be very careful when you get bombarded with these phone calls. I know there's a lot of scams out there, and all of them may not be scams, but even if it's not a scam, you got to be very careful. So I'm warning my customer, I'm being very upfront to be careful so that they don't just get bamboozled by the next phone call that they get, okay? And a lot of times, okay, let's move on to the next one. Number 6, I am a broker. I am your local agent, your personal agent, and I'm a broker. I don't represent just one company. So if a new plan comes into your area, my dog, if a new plan comes into your area and it sounds good, and I haven't reached out to you recently, I just want you to know, Miss Smith, chances are I can help you with that plan. So just call me first. I'm a broker, and if there's something new out there, it's my job to help you learn about that and make sure you're still in the very best spot. Okay, so just letting them know you're a broker and that you're a local agent. Okay, and then what we do before we leave the house, we're going to leave a magnet card. Of course, I don't have one with me. It's just a business card that tells who you are and has a picture of you and your phone number really big. And of course, I hand them several regular cards because I'm encouraging them to refer me and share my name. But I'm also walking over and putting my magnet card on their fridge. It's free advertising, and if they can't remember who I was for some reason down the road, they can go there and it's going to strike in their mind who I am. And they're going to call me if they have an issue or a concern and want to switch. And then I'll also have them save my name. Hey, Kenny Lehman's Medicare insurance agent. Save that in your phone right now. That way, when you're scrolling through your phone, if you have a question, all you got to do is search Medicare, even if you forget my name, and my name's going to pop up there in your phone book. Okay? So I do that with every single customer. So unfortunately, there's no one-trick pony that's going to guarantee that you're not going to lose business. You're going to lose business in the Medicare Advantage space, okay? But if you do all of the things I talked about today, it all together and you do it regularly, it's going to really increase your retention. It's going to make you less stressed out. Even if you write a little bit less business because of some of these things, you're going to have stronger business that you can count on long-term, good relationships with customers that want to refer you. And that's what we're looking for. If there's something that you guys do that I didn't mention, I'd love to hear about it. I'm always looking for creative ways to improve my retention, avoid super switchers, and get good quality business on the book. So please comment. And also like this video and subscribe because that helps us get our word out there to new viewers. All right, y'all have a great day.